Welcome to another capsule of Clutch. And because you asked, today we shall cover the Kia Cerato Forte 1.6. I found this in the boot of the owner's car. I don't think he's going to be very happy that I'm showing you guys these. Kia Cerato Forte. Basically, there are two models, alright? There's an EX version and an SX version like this one. Now, Kia is a car that comes from Korea. Many people actually perceive of this as a good-looking car. I actually don't agree. I mean, not that it looks bad. I think it looks alright, but I think I know why many people actually think this is a very good-looking car. Two reasons. Number one, it's a Korean branded car. Okay, let me explain. This Cerato comes from Korea. Korea is the same country that gave you cars like the Picanto and the Accent. Now, when you look at those cars and then you look at this, of course, this is going to look very, very beautiful. But can you imagine, let's say if this car had maybe an Alfa Romeo badge, would you still perceive of this car to look just as good? It's just like if you can imagine if a Party Rock Anthem and I'm Sexy and I Know It, if these songs were sung by Hadi Mirza instead of LMFAO, would you still be dancing to it like a retard in all the nightclubs? And number two, its ancestor, the original Kia Cerato. Have you guys seen the original Kia Cerato? That's not an ugly car, no. It's a fugly car. Okay, maybe not so bad, but you know, the moment you look at a car, it just looks like it doesn't want to take you anywhere. It looks so tired. But this doesn't look anything like that. It looks much better than the first generation Cerato. Dark clouds are coming. This car also has that very high rear and the very low front, you know. Very similar to the Lancer EX I did 2 capsules ago. But if you look at this one just can't pull off that look, you know. I think the front of the car is a bit too rounded and overall the car looks very narrow. Okay, if you ever get a chance to see or rather look at a Kia Cerato Forte parked next to a Lancer EX, I think you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So right now we're actually inside the Kia Cerato Forte. The interior is actually quite comfortable, of course, minus the bright bucket seats, because the owner of this car obviously is trying to create a racer feel to the car. So if you're asking me if bright bucket seats are comfortable, then I guess you don't know anything about cars. Remember, this is the SX version. There are two versions, right? The EX and the SX. Okay, I must admit, I'm actually very impressed with the features that this Korean-made car comes with. I mean, you name it, it has it. Bluetooth, controls on your steering. There's even this tiny little screen, you know, on the top of your dash, which is actually your GPS. And I know most of these features only come with the SX version, but still, the option is there. On the right-hand side over here, there's actually a button with the car and 2 snakes behind it. Okay, basically it's the traction control button. I think it's great that this car comes with traction control, but I don't understand why is there a button for you to switch it on and off. So what? There's going to be a point of time where you're going to switch off the traction control and go drifting with this car. You guys can't see this, but my cameraman, come production, come director, come many come, is actually in the car with me. This 1.6 litre SX, right, it actually comes with not 5 but 6 gears, alright, and 6 manual gears. When I think 6-speed manual, I think cars like Evo, STI, Civic Type R, you know. It feels a bit weird that this 1.6 litre 125 horsepower car comes with 6 gears. I don't know if it's a marketing strategy or some marketing technique, but I think there's too many gears in this car. Come on everybody! The first thing you do whenever you open an engine bay, let me teach you what to do. The first thing you do is look for the damn support stick. Where's the support stick? Okay, now I really am looking for the support stick. Oh, this is one of the cars without the support stick. Oh no, oh, it's up here. Shite! Sorry. Okay, so there are two types of engines basically, alright? The 1.6 litre gives you 125 brake horsepower with 155 Newton meters of torque, and the 2 litre engine gives you 155 brake horsepower with about 195 Newton meters of torque, which I think is great, okay? And of course, there are so many different gearboxes. There's the manual, there's the auto, there's the 4-speed auto, there's the 6-speed manual. It's all there. Okay, petrol consumption. The 1.6. Okay. 1.6 engine, of course, it gives you better petrol consumption at about 14 kilometers to the litre, which is actually pretty decent. And the 2 litre engine gives you about 12 kilometers to the litre on the average. If you're going for a car that has about 5 years left, alright, so something that's about 5 years old, it'll cost you somewhere around 55k to about 60k. Now, if you go for something newer with 7 years left, it'll cost you somewhere around 75k to about 80k. Of course, the SX model and the 2 litre model will cost more. That makes sense. Overall, actually, if you ask me, I would say that this is it's a very efficient car. Not a good car, efficient. Don't mix it up, two totally different things. Efficient, maybe you're scoring 10 out of 10 in all the segments, so you're a very efficient car, but for you to be a very good car, I think you need to have a certain X factor. I think the main problem with this car is the fact that it comes from Korea. When you compare makes from Germany or Italy, and you compare it to cars like from Korea or even Malaysia, people just don't seem to have that similar amount of confidence. Okay, now let me tell you why that is actually a very good thing. People tend to consider Korean cars and Malaysian cars and even China-made cars, God bless the China-made cars, as brands from the bottom of the hierarchy. If cars like these can deliver quality like this, which I personally feel is pretty remarkable, you look at all the things that the car comes with, all the gadgets and everything, then it only means that I don't know what I'm supposed to say. If brands like these can deliver quality like this, it's only going to give Japanese cars and continental cars a really good run for its money. And you know what's going to happen? Eventually, inevitably, the overall standard of all the cars across the market is going to go up. And that's why I think the Forte is great. You know, in a sense that it's a kind of a game-changing car. It's kind of like when you're running your IPPT 2.4 click, you know, and then suddenly you realize the overweight guy is catching up to you. You get what I mean? Am I making sense? Due to some technical difficulties, which is rain, we had to change location, so we actually beat the rain to it. It's time for us to rate the Kia Cerato Forte. So, is this gonna be a buy, a don't buy, or an I don't know? Hold on 1 second because we got a few taxis passing by. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Kia Cerato Forte is gonna be, I have no idea. That's it for the review on the Kia Cerato Forte. Once again, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Do you think I'm a swine? Leave your comments in the comments box down south. At the same time, of course, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and like us on Facebook. Same song, different capsule. I'll see you guys for the next one. Adios!